on YouTube. Come on with it.
Hi, how are you?
I'm blessed. How you doing today?
Morning, Your Honor. Good morning. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Who's doing?
Morning.
Thank you, sir. Who's going to be doing the docket this morning?
Mr. Reagan,
Okay, yeah, he's here. Mr. Reagan, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And gentleman at DDC, what's your name for the record, please?
Philip E. Bryant.
Thank you. This will be case 21-058688, State of Michigan versus Philip Bryant, counsel.
Your Honor, first on behalf of Mr. Bryant, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Your Honor, Samuel Ragland, P23, 157 on behalf of the people. And I was going to ask you, is this an attorney general case, Your Honor?
I'm looking at it, and it's a little difficult to tell for some reason. It looks like it may be a county prosecutor case.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Reagan, you wait for him reading.
I will wait for him reading this time, Judge.
Not guilty plea on your client's behalf as the bond.
Judge,
Your Honor, the people could not find the investigator's report. That's why I asked that. So I'm not sure what the arrearage is. We're asking for 25% of the arrearage for a personal bond.
no objection, Judge.
Thank you. Is your client employed, Mr. Reagan?
Judge, my client is not at the present time, Judge. Mr. Bryant, are we working at the present time?
What you say, bro? They talking.
I don't have it as being employed right now, but I just want to make sure and double check because it is a child support case.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I'm going to do, Judge, is say I'm asking the court to defer from the 25%. Even though he's employed, he still cannot afford the arrears as the arrears are set right now. So I would ask that be a good cause for the court to defer from the 25% arrears, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I was asking for a personal bond, 25% of the arrearage personal bond amount, Mr. Reagan.
All right. So your client is employed, Mr. Reagan?
Judge, just hired at Kroger recently, Judge. He was just hired at Kroger recently.
Good. Thank you. Court finds that continued employment is the cause to deviate from the statute. Court will set bond at $7,500 personal. Next court date is July 3rd, probable cause conference, July 10th. Preliminary exam both in front of Judge Prentice Edwards, across the street in Frank Murphy College of Justice. Thank you, sir. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's going on with me, sir?
I'm sorry, what did you say, sir?
No, I was asking.
You all set, Mr. Bryant? You all set? Got a personal bond?
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'll be released today, right?
You should be.
Certainly not, don't have any other holes, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So the child support and everything's clear, right? Those issues.
You got to go to the hearing on that date I gave you in front of Judge Prentice Edwards, yeah. But for today's purpose, you're all set.
All right, God bless y'all.
Have a good day.
All right.
Attorney Duplessis, how can I help you? Attorney Duplessis, you there? There.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I was just
Joseph Moore.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
didn't make the morning docket. You're welcome to check back at 2:30 though.
2:30. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Sure. All right, gentlemen, at Wayne County, what's your name, please?
John Stevens.
This will be case 15061-088, State of Michigan versus John Stevens, counsel.
Your Honor, this isn't one of our cases.
Right on behalf of Mr. John Stevens, Your Honor, wait before we stand mute. He has been advised of his rights.
Second. And just to be clear, Ms. Douglas, you think this is not one of your office's cases?
No, Your Honor, when I looked for it in the case management, it didn't come up. I think it's an AG case.
It appears to me to be a Wayne County case. You can't wear his name all over it, but
No.
anyway,
It's a child support, Your Honor. It's child support. So we don't have an objection to personal if the court finds good cause.
okay. Wait for him reading, Mr. Reagan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will not guilty plea on your client's behalf. That's the bond.
No, go ahead, Mr. So, Judge, I am asking for personal bond. There was a capious issue previously, $100 cash. I talked to Mr. Stevens. He had no idea about this. He said he was even incarcerated during the time when this was issued. They got permission from Judge Williams to get a personal bond for this case. So I'm asking the court to grant a personal bond. He is working right now at Classic Berkeley and cannot afford the arrears, Judge. This is a capious from 2021, it looks like.
Thank you. Court finds defendant's continued employment is good cause to deviate from the statute. Court will set bond at $7,500 personal. Next court date is July 3rd, probable cause conference, July 10th, preliminary exam both in front of Judge Prentice Edwards, across the street in Frank Murphy. Thank you, Mr. Stevens. You're all set.
Thank you.
It's everybody in Wayne County, right?
Yes, sir.
You might want to pin this somewhere. Leave it as a standard form, Jeff.
Your Honor, that's all we have for you, sir.
All right, have a good day.
You too, sir.
Marshal Warwick, good morning, Your Honor.
How you doing today?
All right, yourself.
Doing pretty good. If we can get number 8, Mr. Warwick first, he's got retained counsel.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I could ask something, number 11 is a capious, which I was going to challenge, but if DDC confirms to Mr. Demarius Wilson turned himself in, I'm not challenging that one. And I did tell Mr. Reagan that if Mr. Demarius Wilson had turned himself in, I wasn't challenging it.
That's affirmative. He did turn himself in.
Okay, awesome, thanks.
No problem.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, all right, sorry, DDC, that retained one is female. Is there any way we can do her first and then come back to the men?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll pull up that camera.
Judge, which one is retained? I apologize.
Iman Warwick, the female.
Okay.
Have you guys interviewed Oakland County? Phil, have you guys interviewed Oakland County? Yeah, if you can get the defendant to the camera.
Your Honor, can we do a breakout room whenever they bring him into the room?
Sure.
Thank you.
Your Honor, let's have these two females. Ms. Ward.
Okay. Yeah, let's knock them out. I don't know. Okay. Hi, what's your name, please?
Iman Warwick.
Thank you. This will be case 24-057100, State of Michigan versus Iman Fatima Warwick. Counsel, your appearances begin with the people.
Felony Arraignment for the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Corey, I'm in the PA-7150 on behalf of Ms. Ward.
Thank you. Do you wait for me? And all right, corporal, not guilty plea on client's behalf. Ask the bond, begin with Mr. Ragnar.
Yeah, you were asking for $7,500, 10% cash bond. To be able to post bond, we're asking for a GPS tether and for home arrest. The defendant got into an argument with her mother around 3 o'clock in the morning, and the defendant says, I'm coming over there to beat your ass. The mother then goes to sleep. The next thing she hears is the defendant outside her bedroom door saying, I'm here, come on out here. With that, the defendant's father, who lived there as well, came down and observed and tried to get in between the defendant and her mother. The defendant went around the father and proceeded to punch her mother in the arm, in the face, and in her body, Your Honor. She got in between them. And, Your Honor, she also punched her in the arm and chest area as well as her face. The father pulled them apart, escorted her outside, and she entered the home without their permission. She wants to press charges. The parents want the mother, the victim wants to press charges. The witness is the father of the defendant who observed this defendant assault her mother in the residence. She doesn't live at the location and she doesn't have keys to get inside the facility. So we're asking for, we believe, a $7,500 10% cash bond and GPS tether home arrest. We believe she is a danger to her parents, the victim and the father. In addition, Your Honor, she's a disorderly person under Item 1317, which was reduced from a domestic violence case. So we believe that she is an assaulted person. Thank you.
Is that in the case? I don't have it.
Yes, I'll take a look at it.
Your Honor, we first would object to the 75,000 10% ask for a personal bond. Ms. Ward is a teacher in the city of Detroit. We have no concerns or mental health alcoholism, no drug abuse. She's not flight risk. All her family lives in Detroit. She's a caregiver for her grandmother and her nephew. We have no reservation for her trying to support. She has a strong support system, and then for obvious reasons, we would object to the test because she is an elementary school teacher and will draw negative attention to her line of work as a professional. I will also like the record to reflect that Iman's mother is deceased. I'm not sure who's the business.
The victim apparently is the wife of her father.
So I understand that no contact order would be appropriate. We are asking for a personal bond.
I mean, this is one of those interesting cases where you've got a fully grown adult who apparently is a teacher, and at some point, allegedly on this afternoon, 3 in the morning, she finds herself driving clear across town to go beat up a 51-year-old lady. I mean, this doesn't make any sense. People have to have a little better control of their emotions at that hour of the night. But that being said, no contact with the complainant witness, Ms. Dansby, no contact with the Beaverland address, ma'am. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And court set bond at $10,000 personal. Next court date is going to be May 29th for probable cause conference. June 4th for preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Jefferson here in 36th District Court. Anything else for this record?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll get to the
I don't necessarily.
gentleman at Oakland County, how are you, sir?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Who's going to do the interview in Oakland?
Me, Your Honor, I'm ready. Thank you.
Okay, at DDC, what's your name, please? Thank you. This will be case 20060700601. State of Michigan versus Shatana Lynette Berry, counsel.
Judge for Douglas, people, P72748.
Anybody on the fence? Mr. Reagan.
Sorry, Judge, I apologize. Philip Reagan appearing on behalf of the defendant. We will waive the formal reading stand mute. Has been advised of the rights, Your Honor, in this field.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to bond.
Your Honor, on this area, the people don't have an objection to a 5,000 personal. This does have an older date of offense. I only saw, the only other, history I saw was a one traffic, case. So no objection to 5,000 personal.
Absolutely no objection, Judge.
Thank you. Is this the first time this case is coming up?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not seeing some things in the file either. Oh, there we go. Okay, people asking for 5,000 personal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court set bond 5,000 personal. Next court date is May 29th, probable cause conference, June the 4th for preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Giles here in 36th District Court. Thank you, ma'am. You're all set.
Thank you, Judge.
That's all the case, Your Honor. I'll meet you back with Pence.
All right, sounds good.
We got a listener?
Yeah.
Thank you.
David Cowser.
Thank you. This is case 17062-524, State of Michigan versus David Wayne Cowser, and this one is an attorney general case.
We're on behalf of Mr. Crowder, waive the formal reading stamp. He has been advised to be right.
Court will enter not guilty plea on the client's behalf as to bond.
Judge, I have a personal bond, my client reported Fisher Automotive, membership, 215, 1015, money through Friday, as a personal bond, cannot afford the arrears, as to Department 25% arrears.
Thank you. Court finds that the defendant's continued employment is good cause to deviate from the statute. Court set bond at $15,000 personal. One more for your next court date, sir. Next court dates will be July the 3rd for probable cause conference, July the 10th for preliminary exam. Those are both in front of Judge Prentice Edwards and Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, and they're both in-person hearing. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Come on.
Thank you, sir. We've got two files. Looks like one's in front of Jefferson, the other's in front of Bryant. Let's do the misdemeanor first. This will be case 1904560, State of Michigan versus Jovan David Grant. Counsel.
Felony Arraignment for the people, Your Honor.
Right on behalf of Mr. Grant, waive the formal reading stamp. He's been advised to be right.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a $500 10% case in the file for missing a review date. Apparently, Mr. Grant was given a delayed sentence back in 2020, so the matter must have had some resolution, but nonetheless, a review date was missed. That's about it.
Your Honor, the review date was missed, but he pled guilty, but yeah, we would just ask that we have no problem with the personal bond, even though he has avoided being in the court system for a number of years. But we're asking for GPS tether with curfew if he's working, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm asking for a personal bond. It was during the pandemic. He was homeless at the time. He was heavy on drugs. He's now got his life together, getting back on track. I would ask respectfully for a personal bond.
Court will set bond $500 personal. Next court date is a review date in front of Judge Bryant on July 11th. Sir, you need to show up. I know you took a plea on this matter back a few years ago. Show up to the review date so we can get the file closed out and get this behind you. Now, your other case with us today is 200554443, State of Michigan versus Jovan David Grant. Counsels.
Felony Arraignment for the people, Your Honor.
We're on behalf of Mr. Grant, waive the formal reading stamp. He's been advised to be right.
Court will not guilty plea on the client's behalf to the $5,000 cash surety case in the file for missing exam. Looks like it's signed by Judge King. As the bond.
I would ask Mr. Reagan to talk to the judge about.
I did, Mr. Reagan. I did get permission on this 19 case judge to have to get a personal bond. Mr. Grant, I just this morning regarding that, and he authorized a personal bond.
Thank you. Mr. Grant, while the case is pending, you're not to use or possess any illegal drugs. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will set bond $5,000 personal. Next court date is May 29th, probable cause conference, June the 5th, preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Jefferson. I urge you to show up to that date, sir. Judge Jefferson says very, very high bonds when people don't show up. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Frank Jamal.
Did you say Frank Jamal, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. And we got one in front of Bryant, one in front of King. Let's do the Bryant misdemeanor first. This will be case 1904635, State of Michigan versus Frank Imani Jamal. Counsel.
And for Douglas, for the people, P72748.
Right on behalf of Mr. Jamal, Your Honor, waive the formal reading stamp. He has been advised.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a $100 10% KPS for missing a review date as the bond.
Your Honor, on the misdemeanor, the people wouldn't have an objection to a personal. It does appear, looking at all the payments that were made, that Mr. Jamal made all of his payments over time and completed them. I don't know, perhaps he thought if he made the payments, he didn't have to show up for another court date. But I added them up a couple times, and it does look like he paid it. It is a misdemeanor, Your Honor. We don't have an objection to this being personal.
Thank you. On the littering misdemeanor case, court will set bond $500 personal. Next court date is a review date in front of Judge Bryant, July 11th, here in 36th District Court. Now, your other matter, sir, is case 24056-899, State of Michigan versus Frank Imani Jamal. Counsel.
For Douglas, for the people, P72748.
Right on behalf of Mr. Jamal, Your Honor, waive the formal reading stamp. He has been advised of his right.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Jamal, on this case, the people are asking for a remand pursuant to MCR 6.106, as he does have a charge of criminal sexual conduct in the first degree. Your Honor, he's facing multiple counts. The allegations, I know the courts had time to read them. This is on YouTube. I have no intention of getting into details as far as specifics, Your Honor. But we believe that Mr. Jamal poses a danger not just to this complaining witness, but to minors in general, and that there is no bond amount or conditions that would reasonably ensure the safety of the public. So we're asking for a remand, Your Honor. This is a situation where there was a child who was apparently running their own business, and Mr. Jamal is alleged to have basically convinced that person's parent, at least initially, that he was running a production company, could help the child be an actress and singer and whatnot. That's the allegation, that over several months this child was victimized, and that perhaps even at some point the child's mother was receiving payments, and perhaps that facilitated continued access to this child. Your Honor, here we have allegations that incidents happen in multiple places, not just the defendant's residence, but multiple other places. There's allegations of money and presents being provided in what could be considered grooming, Your Honor. And so when we see all of these things together, we have concerns that there is a continued risk that other children and their parents might want their child to be involved in show business, that another child could be taken to various locations and assaulted. And so, Your Honor, there isn't a way to ensure that nobody brings their child to Mr. Jamal at his house. It's a teller would, of course, could possibly keep him from being going to other locations. But we have someone who allegedly committed some of these incidents at his own home, and there's no way to put the public on notice not to have their child be in contact with Mr. Jamal. So, Your Honor, given what is alleged here, given the sustained nature over time of what's alleged to have happened, we do think that remand is the only thing that can reasonably ensure the safety of the public, given the allegations.
Thank you.
So, Judge, obviously, we're not here to try to case these allegations. We're not talking about guilt or innocence at this point. We're talking about bond. Part of an investigator's report talks about one side of the story. Doesn't say that the whole situation, Your Honor. Obviously, that's going to come out. Mr. Jamal's going to have his day in court. He does have some prior contacts, Judge. He's a contractor right now, self-employed. He lives in the area, so he has ties. He's not a flight risk, Judge. I do think, Judge, the court could. The court said no contact with any minors, any kids to not participate in whatever kind of business practices the court feels that this case may be tied to. The court to do that. I don't think incarceration at this point is necessary. I think that with a tether and house arrest, you ensure that Mr. Jamal stays in his house. He doesn't go out. And that way he's fighting the case, and his side can come out, other side can come out, the case can matriculate. So I'm asking the court, Judge, not to set a remand. I'm asking the court to set some type of reasonable bond in this matter, with whatever GPS and house arrest component the court wishes to set.
Your Honor, I left one thing out. Mr. Jamal is on probation right now for child support and for desertion and non-support. The probation started in September 2023, so his supervision by the court and a probation agent began about the time he's alleged to have started these assaults, and so he's already been under some sort of supervision more than the general public is normally subject to, more than even just a person on bond is subject to by being on probation, and that seems to have just basically coincided with when these allegations are supposed to be taking place. So we have concerns that the tether by itself, given that there's not a way for the court to keep people away from his home, we think that danger is ongoing.
Thank you. So what we'll do here is, the allegations are absolutely atrocious. This gentleman is 64 years old, and we're talking about a 15-year-old victim. I appreciate Madam Prosecutor for not delving into the alleged details of what went on here. But the court does find that Mr. Jamal poses a substantial risk of harm, not only to this complaining witness, but to any other minor children in the community. For those reasons, the court is going to remand Mr. Jamal to the custody of Wayne County Sheriff's for further proceedings in this matter. Next court date will be May 28th. Probable cause conference, June 3rd, preliminary exam, both in front of Judge King here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside. Mr. Reagan, you ready on Oakland County?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
All right, gentlemen, Oakland County, what's your name, please?
Willie Mack.
Thank you. This is case 24-057181, State of Michigan versus Willie Bonnell Mack Council.
Felony Arraignment for the people, Your Honor.
So we have Mr. Mack, waiver from Stand He has been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to bond.
People are asking for $25,000 cash here. Bond, able to postpone, Your Honor. We're asking for a GPS tether with home arrest. Very assaultive matter, Your Honor. There was a traffic stop. He got out of the vehicle. He even said that I have a warrant for my arrest for probation violation and other warrants as well. They did a check. They did find that he was in Oakland County. He was on probation for felony convictions. And so as they went to arrest him, he got in the rear of the car. However, he was taken to the hospital because he had trouble breathing. At the hospital, they admitted him to the hospital, then he checked himself out. So when the police came to arrest him and take him to the Detroit Detention Center, he said they planned on fighting the officers if he threatened them. And with that, they asked for additional help. They unhooked his handcuffs from the bed, I understand. And that the defendant then sat up in bed. They helped him up, and he gave commands to the defendant to put his hands behind his back, which he started to resist by clenching his left arm towards his body and pulling away. He disregarded verbal commands and continued to resist and wouldn't put his hands behind his back. Subsequently, they were able to handcuff him. Now, with that, they tried to take him out to the car, and he became dead weight, and they had to pretty much carry him out to the car and force him in the back of the car. One of the officers in this had a bruised pinky, as it says in the report. But when they're finally at the Detroit Detention Center and they're walking him into it, he says, "I'm going to kill one of the officers by name," he says. And he says, "If you're driving down a particular street and I see you," he says, "everybody is going to die." And then he threatens to kill that officer again. Subsequently, his statements were not a threat. He said, "My statements are not a threat, they're a promise." This was caught on another body camera, Your Honor, where he threatened to kill officers. We believe that, and he has multiple cases, that's even in the investigative reports, he talks about it. But Your Honor, he's a have four. He's got another one on the 4th, 7/21/13 for police assault resisting, was under HIDA. 4/7/23, the 2 cases in Oakland County, felony ID theft and attempt felony fraudulent action. 2 years probation. He's on probation. Your Honor, he said, "I believe he is a danger to the public, a danger to the police force. I just think he's a danger to everyone, Your Honor. I think that a cash bond is appropriate. He's not cooperative always, and I think that a tether, the post arrest, if he's able to post bond, would be very important." Thank you.
Judge. So my client's 30, doesn't have any assault convictions whatsoever, Judge. Now, I was listening to that and I was a little confused on how it all came together. I know my client, the Oakland County Sheriff rolled up on him. He let him know, Judge, that, he has he had surgery on his hand. It was hard for him to put his hand in a certain motion. He told him that, he says that he was actually assaulted by police. He was beat up by police. But the interesting part, Judge, they take him to the hospital. He has a seizure, I guess, in the back of the car. They take him to the hospital. But somehow I heard Mr. Wagner say, I guess he wasn't under arrest for anything because he was going to check himself out. It wasn't like he was escaping from custody or anything like that, not charged with that. But he was going to check himself out. And that's when they decided, I don't know what, we're going to take you over here. Then other stuff happened. But it's an R&O, Judge, and he was in severe pain. His hand had surgery. They were twisting around. They beat him up. They put him in the back of the car. And, I'm not going to say it wasn't some dialogue. It was some dialogue on both sides. From the officer, from him, everybody was getting a little heated. But at the end of the day, Judge, it's a 2-year felony. No assaulted conviction. Judge, he has some identity theft stuff. Mr. Wagner pointed out. My client is employed at Chrysler. He has a job waiting for him when he gets out 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through Friday. But he does suffer from no seizure, Judge. And he was, manhandled a little bit roughly by police. But I'm asking for a personal bond. I don't think a cash bond. In this case, he's not trying to have contact with the police, Judge. I mean, this was an isolated situation where, it probably got a little bit out of hand. So I do
What are your client's work hours again?
4 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through Friday, Judge Chrysler.
Yeah, there was nothing mentioned in this report with regard to health problems by the defendant, seizures, surgery in the hand. He said he had trouble breathing. They took him to the hospital. But Your Honor, I mean, all he had to do was cooperate. He wanted to do that, but he failed to do so. Thank you.
Yeah, these cases are, they're always boiled down to why don't you just get in the car? You got cuffs on you, run down the street with handcuffs on. But sometimes people have whatever types of reactions when interacting with the police. Nonetheless, here's what we'll do. While this case is pending, sir, you are not to possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You will have a GPS tether. Cursor on that tether will be 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. That gives you 2 hours each way to get to and from work. Court will set bond in this matter $10,000 personal. Next court date is May 29. Probable cause conference June the 4th. Preliminary exam both in front of Judge Giles here in 36th District Court. Anything else for this record?
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Have a great day. Thank you, sir. All right, gentlemen, DDC, what's your name, please?
Lonnie C. Johnson Jr.
Thank you. This case 18045-495, State of Michigan versus Lonnie Johnson, counsel.
Sorry, Jennifer Dexter, 72748.
Full rate on behalf of Mr. Johnson, waiting for the advisement, right, Your Honor.
Court will enter not guilty plea on the client's behalf. As to bond.
Your Honor, on Lonnie Johnson, the people don't have objection to a 5,000 personal. This dates back, the date of offense actually goes all the way back to 2013. This appears to be the original arraignment. I didn't see any other cases from Mr. Johnson, so we don't have an objection to a personal on this.
No objection, Judge.
Thank you. Sir, while the case is pending, you are not to have any pets or other domestic animals. Does that clear you?
Yes, sir.
Court will set bond at $5,000 personal. Next court date is a pretrial July 11th in front of Judge Bryant here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This case 24-055-993, State of Michigan versus Elliot Bernard Rivers, counsel.
Samuel A. Reagan, for the people, Your Honor.
On behalf of Mr. Rivers, Your Honor, waiting for him ready to stand mute. Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I apologize. Mr. Rivers is retained. I apologize.
Oh, sir, did you hire your own lawyer or are you using the court's lawyer?
That's the court point. The attorney, he said he was going to be here. I talked to him yesterday, and they talked to him this morning. He said he was supposed to be on the Zoom.
And what's his name?
Jonathan Roberts.
Reagan, you know anything about this?
But I haven't, Mr. Elliott is being retained. That's why Mr. Roberts was his lawyer. So that's all.
He also indicated that it's a court-appointed lawyer, which that person wouldn't necessarily get notice of an arraignment. I mean, your outfit would only handle the arraignment anyway, right? In the case of be reassigned.
That is true, Ron. Did you say it was a court-appointed lawyer? Jonathan Roberts court-appointed?
Wait by the court, I think.
I'm sorry?
But he said that he would be here this morning to check on this arraignment. We went to court yesterday.
Is he court-appointed or did you pay him?
He's court appointed. I didn't pay anybody.
Well, Your Honor, that's right. So maybe if you can put him in the breakout room, let me contact Ms. Shad. We can go in the breakout room.
Still on camera too, so we can finish up.
We'll put him on camera too, Bill.
All right, what's your name, sir? Thank you. This case 24-056-664, I'm sorry, 24-056-640, State of Michigan versus Demarius Carlise Wilson, counsel.
Jennifer Dexter, people, P72748.
Full rate on behalf of Mr. Wilson, waiting for him to read stand mute. Has been advised, right, Your
Court will enter not guilty plea on the client's behalf. As to bond.
Your Honor, I withdrew my objection to the KP's bond on this. DDC confirmed that Mr. Wilson had turned himself in. It was a recent court date miss, so while Mr. Wilson might need to write down what his court dates are, it doesn't appear to have been an attempt to flee.
Thank you. I'll also note that the KP in the file is $10,000 personal signed by Judge Sabri, so there probably would have been no much of a hurdle anyhow. You want to add anything, Counsel Reagan?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Court will set bond in accordance with the KPS at $10,000 personal. Next court date is May 29 for probable cause conference, June the 5th for preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Sabri here in 36th District Court. Thanks, sir. You can step aside. One moment, sir. Okay, what's your name, sir? I'm sorry, one more time, I couldn't hear you.
Mr. Hurst.
Thank you, sir. This is case 24-044-773, State of Michigan versus Christopher Reginald Hurst, counsel.
Jennifer Douglas O'Keefe, P72748.
Right on behalf of Mr. Hurst, waive the reading stamp duty, he's been advised of his rights.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. As to that.
Your Honor, people don't have an objection to a 5,000 personal. We would ask for no contact with Antonio Williams.
Judge, I
Mr.
wouldn't-
Reagan?
I'm sorry, Judge, I wouldn't object to the personal bond. I would just ask for no assault and contact, only in that they both live there with their great grandmother and take care of their great grandmother.
How are they related?
They're cousins, Your Honor.
All right, no assaultive contact with Mr. Williams. Court will set bond at 5,000 personal. Next court date is July 11th for a pretrial in front of Judge Bryant here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Stay right there. Stay over there. Stay over there. Cedric Thomas. Stay loud. Cedric Thomas.
Thank you, sir. One moment, please. And this is case 23-057-285, State of Michigan versus Cedric Deshaun Thomas, counsel.
Felony Arraignment for the people, Your Honor.
Right on behalf of Mr. Thomas, waive the reading stamp duty, he's been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf to the $5,000 cash surety. Copy is in the file for missing exam signed by Judge Jefferson. That's the bond.
Your Honor, I'm just gonna ask Mr. Reagan if he's talked to a judge about having that reduced.
Judge, give me 10 seconds, Your Honor. It's-
Yeah, did you say $5,000 cash? Sure.
Correct. Correct.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, it's my understanding we're not addressing bond, we're not objecting to bond right now. Just want to set, I guess, for redetermination hearing.
Okay, court will set bond in accordance with the KPS at $5,000 cash or surety. I'll give you a bond redetermination hearing, sir, Thursday morning, May 23rd. And further dates will be probable cause conference, May 30th, and a preliminary exam, June 6th. Both of those are from Judge Giles here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You want Elliot Rivers now or?
Yep, you're done, everyone.
Momentarily, sir. Still doing you.
Okay. Good morning, Judge Williams. How are you?
Oh, well, good morning, Judge Boyer.
Morning, Your Honor.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Ragnar.
Imagine that's me causing trouble. Judge Williams, I withdrew my objection to Mr. Wilson.
Oh, all right. I see y'all.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes, Your Honor.
I know your colleague is very thorough in her interview process, but can we?
Yes, sir. I'm going to
Uh-oh. We ready, sir?
All right, what's your name, sir? All right, this will be case 24-055993, State of Michigan versus Elliot Bernard Rivers Council.
Felony Arraignment for the people, Your Honor.
So right on behalf of Mr. Rivers, Judge, waiting for ready to stand you.
Court not guilty plea on the client's behalf. $20,000 cash surety capious signed March of this year by Judge Jefferson for failure to show at exam and an indication that witnesses appeared on that date. Do you have any update, Mr. Reagan?
Just give me 10 seconds. So this is the situation. Mr. Roberts, I guess, and Mr. Rivers came into they had a case here yesterday at 36. Walked in this case yesterday. Walked in a little late together. Judge Jefferson said, "Hey, you missed the cutoff time." Okay, hold
You want to let Ms. Shive do this?
Can't hear you, Mr. Reagan.
on. Okay. So what happened, Judge? There was a capious in March, and Mr. Roberts and Mr. Rivers tried to walk in yesterday for that March capious that we have today. Judge Jefferson said, "No, you have to go turn yourself in to the DDC. You can't walk in. It's you missed the cutoff. It's back in March. It's out in May." So my client turned himself in. Mr. Roberts was with him. He was even there this morning. DDC even said that Mr. Roberts was there with him this morning. That's why my client, Mr. Roberts, is going to zoom in with him now. We cannot reach Mr. Roberts. We tried to do so, Judge. So now we're in the process of trying to get permission to get this bond reduced to a personal bond, Judge. We're just finding all this information out. We thought that he was already had counsel, so now we're in the process of trying to find out what we can do to get his bond reduced from 20,000. Because he did walk in today. He did turn himself into the DDC with counsel. So that's what we're in the process of trying to do right now.
Mr. Reagan,
All right, here's what we're doing. Court, at this time, we'll set bond in accordance with the capious, $20,000 cash for surety. If you are able, Mr. Reagan, to get a response from Judge Jefferson or any other duly authorized judge to reduce the bond, we'll recall this matter in the afternoon and change the bond at that time. Next date will be a bond review date on Thursday, May 23rd. Further dates are probable cause conference, May 28th, and June 4th for preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Jefferson.
Your Honor,
Thanks, sir. Yep. What's that, Mr. Reagan?
we're gonna, if he's gonna go, I think I'd like to object to that reduction of bond.
All right, well, your counsel take that up with Judge Jefferson.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, sorry, you said 20,000 personal?
No, $20,000 cash surety. Sorry.
Gotta get permission to change it. Yeah.
Copy that.
He said,
All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you at 2:30. Thank you, DDC.
Yeah, thank you.